Hey everyone, how are you? In today's video, we are going to do another paycheck budget breakdown. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to cover the paycheck that hit the bank account on March 14th, and that is my husband's commission check. So let's go back and see what we budgeted, and then let's see what the difference is. So this is my 2026 March, let's see, let me do this. All right, March budget workbook. And as you guys know, this is absolutely free for you to download. All you have to do is request it. And this is my month on 2 pages where I incorporated some life events and also my bills, my due dates. So we went over here to start the monthly budget planner, and this is a really handy layout to use because you can put in what you budget and then you can put in actual numbers, and that is super helpful moving forward, because if your budget ever does need to be edited or tweaked, you can go back and you can confidently make those changes. So let's say that you're budgeting $150 every month for your electric bill, and your electric bill is trending around, I don't know, $90 to $110. I mean, in a perfect world, right? But then you can go back, maybe if 6 months has passed, 6 months or more, and say, you know what, I'm no longer going to budget that high. I'm going to tweak my budget and I'm going to knock it down to 125. That way you still have a little bit of a buffer, but you're using your data to move forward and make solid decisions on how you're budgeting. So I budgeted $150 for gas, and actually, let's see, I know we already did that. I budgeted $150 for gas, and I brought it over to this paycheck breakdown. But since then, I got the gas bill, and it only ended up being, what did it end up being? Hold on. Gotta get my cheat sheet. $100.57. So if you're wondering, what did I do with that almost $50 extra that I didn't need to spend? I just went ahead and spent it. That's all I did. So, I mean, I'm just going to be totally honest with you guys. I don't necessarily have everything roll over until the next payday. I don't always necessarily put it into savings. Sometimes I just spend it, and it could be on anything. And I think that's part of the reason why it's sometimes easier for me to stick to my budget, because if there is any overage that's, you know, considered like bonus money, I don't necessarily have to force myself to fit it into one of these areas. I just use it, and then it makes me feel like I'm not so like budget poor, if that makes sense. I know it makes sense, but you guys know what I mean. Like, you don't feel like, I never have an extra penny. I'm just always like right on the button. And that's difficult sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, and I think it's a great way to be, but sometimes it's hard. So we are going to put down the pay. What am I doing? All right, so this is for March 14th, and the income is his commissions. And if you want more information on, you know, what our pays are all about and everything, you can absolutely go back and watch some of my videos. I'm really transparent and detailed in the content that I put out, so you guys can probably find answers to anything you're basically looking for. I budgeted $500 for this. I guess the reason why I do that is because I don't ever want to count on more money coming in than actually hits our account, because then if I budgeted $500, but let's say, you know, I only ended up getting $350, and then I literally am counting on that $150 to be our grocery budget or our gas budget for that week. That doesn't work. So you never want to sell yourself short when it comes to income. So I always budget low, and if we didn't reach 500, it's probably a really, really bad month. But we did, and then some for this month. So that's pretty good. Now, his commissions are higher than this, but what happens is before he gets this money, they have to take his base pay out of it. So he gets a base pay every month as well, because he is in sales. He's also semi-retired from his first job. And that's a whole other conversation. But they take the base pay out first out of the commissions because they don't, I guess it's really hard to explain if you're not in any type of sales or commission-based job. If you earn a draw and you don't earn it, let's say your draw is $1,000 a month. That's like the bare minimum that you would bring home, but you don't earn $1,000 in commissions, then you would owe your company back money. So let's say you only earn $750. So you'd owe your company $250 in the next check or however it plays out. He actually has a base pay, but it's still taken out of his commissions. Now, if he didn't earn the entire amount of base pay, he doesn't owe it back. So that's what makes it a base. But he did earn the entire amount, and then they took it away from his commissions, and this is what he ended up with after taxes. So I know that sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get your mind around, especially it was for us, because neither one of us had ever had a sales-based job before. But now we understand a little bit more how it works and what the differences are in the different companies. So I'm really, really disappointed. Our cable and internet bill, I have budgeted $252.99. This is so outrageous. It is almost $290. For whatever reason, they said we were on some kind of temporary package plan. Who the heck knows? But whatever it was, they said expired. So, I mean, I'm just disgusted right now. And the thing is, like, we watch our local channels, and I watch things like QVC and things like that. So I'd really have to look into what the other options are out there so we would be covered for those channels in order to drop our cable company. But they're also who we get our internet from. So I don't know. It's just really, really difficult. So it was actually, I don't know. It was $285 something. So I'm going to put down $286. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. So this is our cable and our internet. That's it. And our internet package is the mid-level package. So basically it's for people who don't game, for people who don't have a lot of members in the house pulling from the internet at once, for people who do not rely on their internet to work from home 5 days a week. I mean, it's basic. But I said, well, what's the difference between this and basic? And then they start to explain how the basic really experiences a lot of buffering and all this. And I'm thinking, well, why the heck do you even offer it that? I mean, that's just gross. I don't know. The whole thing just was really upsetting to me. So I was like, whatever. So I'm going to have to start to look into something because I'm sorry, $300 a month on cable and internet is just obnoxious. So our groceries are still budgeting $100 this month. And you guys know all about that. Our gas is holding steady at $75, $50 for him, $25 for me. Prescriptions this week, $30. And dining out, I'm going to put $75. So we can actually go do something this weekend. You know what I mean? All right, so let's add all this up. I know it's really hard to see, but I will angle it after I add so you guys can see. Oops. All right, 100 plus 75 plus 30 plus 75, 280. And then 286. Nothing for savings, but I will tell you what I'm doing with some of it. So let's add 280 plus 286 is 566. And our income was 1759.06. Our fixed was 286. And our variables are 280. Subscriptions, we're not doing anything. Savings, we're not doing anything. But kind of we are. So let's take 1759.06 minus 566 leaves us with a remaining 119306. Perfect. All right, so a couple of things that I'm going to do with this. And I can get into more detail if you would like a separate video, but I'm sure you don't. You're like, okay, that's enough information. So with this extra money, we're going to do a couple of things. We are planning a trip in September to go see our family in Chicago. And we've decided that we want to stay in a hotel, even though we have plenty of places to stay. We want to stay right downtown because that's what we always used to do. And we used to do that with my mom and my nieces and stuff. And it just was so much fun. And there's so many places that we want to go and we want to hit while we're there. So it's just easier, especially flying in and not having a car. It's easier to navigate if you are right downtown and that's where you want to be. So we're going to start to put money aside for that because I really don't want to charge this. I don't want to have any debt from it. I just want to plan for it and I want to have a good time because that's basically going to be our only trip this year. The other thing that I want to plan for is we are joining a swim club this year. Last year we went to this particular swim club several times, but we paid as we went and it was a little bit more expensive because we weren't actual members. So and it was our first year going there. So this year I want to buy passes. Like I want to actually buy memberships for us. That's the other thing. And then in June, we have family coming in and we have a lot of things planned and we have a lot of people staying with us. So there's some things that we need to do for and to the house in preparation for that. So this extra, $1193.06 is definitely not going to cover everything, but it's going to be a nice chunk of money toward it. Because as you know, when I started out this month, I'm like, there's nothing left. There's just nothing left. You have some months like that. But when you have a little bit extra, I think it is a good idea not to mindlessly spend it. And that's not what I plan to do, even though when I had a little bit left over from the gas bill, it's like $40 some, less than 50. Yeah, I mindlessly spent that. Am I going to put that definitely toward a Chicago trip? No, not all the time. But sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But an amount like this, I wouldn't just leave it in my bank account and nickel and dime it to death. So anyways, that's the budget for the week. Put a line through this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you are working your budget workbook along with me. And if you are, like I always tell you, tag me on Instagram. Show me some photos of it, of how you print it out, what you keep it in, or, give me some feedback here. And as always, I'm doing abbreviated versions of these videos over on TikTok. The link is down below. So if you want to join me over there, you can, because I also add some additional videos here and there, but I do need to get on more of a schedule over there. Here, I think I'm pretty much on schedule. I might be a little bit behind, but that's okay. I'll get there. And, yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys are doing okay, and I will see you guys next time.